Hi everyone, Luba Carlson's here with Gratitude Art Journaling. And today not luckily, but unfortunately, I unfortunately took my gratitude cards that I usually use for prompts. I took them home and I forgot to bring them back to the studio. So I think instead of that, I'm going to do a quote or some like sort of saying gratitude art journaling today. Um, and this is my process. And so, like, if you like to do that, this is how I do this. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I wanted to show you my new journal first. Because like once I switch to the desk, it's hard to see what the whole thing is. So this is something that I just made. So it goes like this. Hold on, let me see so that you guys can see. And then like all the pages, it's all like the accordion fold. And so I just had one page done. It's almost brand new, right? And so then you can work in it like going this way, like all the way through. And then when it's your last page, or my last page, I can turn it around, flip it over, and then go through the inside pages. So I am looking forward to working in this journal. And this is the journal that I'm going to be working in today. So there's many ways you can do this, right? You can just open it and work on the next page, or you can pull it this way and work on this page, whatever works. So I'm just going to get situated here and get to it. Okay, so when I do quotes, let me show you a very quick set of things that I use when I work on quotes. So first of all, I really like this pencil. It's nothing in particular. It's just the regular primary school Ticonderoga or whatever it's called. And it's 2HB. I just love them. I don't know why. I really love these pencils. I really also like this one. It's also for elementary school, Jumbo Grip, Faber-Castell. But these are even softer. I like these guys. This is like my next choice. So I work with that. I like my white erasers. This one, or I have a magic eraser for Prismacolor. Those are also good. And then for my lettering, I use my Micron pens, and I don't think you need that. So the three sizes that I use are the 02, 08, and number 12. So I always have three sizes for that. So this is what I use for my hand lettering. I also really like my Posca pen for my white highlights. What else? I really like these. These are water brushes for watercolor. They make my life easier when I try to create things on the go. So much easier to make bright, colorful, cheerful illustration kind of type of things. And I think that's it. Some extras that I use, I have a gray pen, which is just like a gray Micron line maker from Graphic, Derwent Graphic. That's a good thing to have. Sometimes I use this as a Crayola, just a Crayola gray pen, gray marker, which is great for shading. If you want to add a shadow behind something, this works good for that. I think that's pretty much it that I usually use. I use different sets of watercolors all the time. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so for the quote, sometimes I like to create mine on the landscape, and sometimes I go portrait. It really also doesn't matter. You can do whatever makes you happy, you can do, okay? So I'm gonna try and figure out how to turn this huge journal of mine to fit for a lettering, okay? Because it really wasn't the plan in the first place. Okay. Maybe like that. I don't know. I keep fussing with that. I thought that would be a good idea, and now I'm like, what am I doing? Here, this is what I'm doing. This is perfect. This side. Okay, this is perfect. I'm gonna put something underneath so that the crayon from here doesn't transfer to my cover. And I always have some sort of background paper that I use for different things. So I'll just use that for my thing right here. Okay, so I'm going to work on my hand lettering here, and I don't always know what I'm gonna do. For example, today, I don't even know. I have no idea, honestly. So what you're not seeing me doing, but you probably can hear it, I go to Pinterest.com and I punch in the search something like positive quotes, women empowerment, cute quote, you know, whatever affirmations, whatever works for you, you just put it in there, whatever you like. And I just scroll through it, and I am looking for something that would inspire me to work with something, right? So like, I do not like using the word to word quote because it's somebody else's, but like some things are easy. Like if it's just 3 words and like, do it because you make it makes you happy, right? Like, do it because it makes you happy. It's not a quote that's like trademarked or anything. You can use that, or I deserve happiness. Just say whoops and move on, you know, do what makes you happy. Like those quotes, they're great, but like I do not connect to them at the moment. I'm looking for a quote. Oh, you know what? This is a gratitude art journal. So I'm going to go in the search. I'm going to punch in gratitude. Let's spell gratitude quotes. Actually, there is a 365 gratitude journal page on here that I really like. And it has great quotes here all over the place. Remember to enjoy the journey and the scenery along the way. So yeah, that takes a little bit of time. So, okay, look, I see the quote and it says, the less you respond to negative people, the more peaceful your life becomes. And I'm thinking, like, out of that, and what I'm taking is, I am grateful for my peaceful life. Yeah. And from here, let me think a little bit. I can create a peaceful life now. My response creates a peaceful life. No. Let's keep thinking about that. I don't know. We'll see. Peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is, rather than you think it should be. Peaceful life is the way. You know, my kids like watching Mandalorian, and everything there is this is the way. And so peaceful life is the way. You know what? I like that. Peaceful life is the way. I just like it. I don't know. It just came. Okay. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do. Peaceful life is the way. So I'm gonna grab a pencil and jot it over here. Peaceful life is the way. Okay. And now I'm thinking that maybe, so sometimes I have a washi tape and I would just tape over here to have a different page. And sometimes I just create a frame. So I move about 1/2 inch from each side. It doesn't need to be like exact, you know, it's just a frame. Just give yourself a frame to work with. And that's good. I've been creating a lot of landscapes with kids classes recently. And so all I can think about right now is a nice landscape with a sunlight, like with the sun rising and the little like pathway through the hills or something. I don't know. Do I have the space for all of that? So peaceful life is the way. That's gonna fit probably on this side just fine. So I am going to kind of mark down how far I want to go with my what is it that I'm thinking, with my quote here. So my quote is going to be here, and then my image is going to be here. I am really thinking about the yes, I'm just going to do that, you know, walk into the sunlight. So about 1/3, that's my horizon line. Okay. And then that's going to be the path walking into the sun setting. And of course you can use like a stencil or something to make your sun, but you can also just, I don't know, this is not a circle. Hold on, I want a circle now that I mentioned the stencil. I'm like, I now want a circle. So there we are. Here we are. Use super light hand. I apologize if you can hear me being stuffy. Allergies are being very mean to me, like 2 weeks now. It's not good. So I have the sun setting. There we go. Have my little path. I don't know, maybe add, what should I add? A tree? I don't know. I don't want anything else. I just want like a cloud here and a cloud here. And I just want to stop with this. I don't want to overcomplicate things. And then peaceful life is the way. So there's a few ways we can break this up. I'm going to move this away, and I'm going to use my micron so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So we can do peaceful life, you know, is the way. You can do it this way. We can do peaceful one line, and then do life is the, and then do way, like that. can be like, you know, capital letters, peaceful, and then do life, cursive, and then do again is, the, and then do way, big. So there are lots of, there's ways, right? There's different ways on how we can do this. I think I'm gonna do the last one. I really like that. So for this, I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So let's go back to my book. Okay. And we're gonna do, so we're gonna break it in half because I want it all to fit. So that's my half. And then life is gonna fit into this part, peaceful's here, is God there, and the way is there, okay? And then I kind of make a frame for each word so that I have room for letters to drop or go higher. So that's called ascend or descend. Like for your, like the F needs to drop, right? And the L needs to go up higher. So this is how I do this. So I chose to keep my lines straight this time. Very often in my art, you will see that my lines kind of wave or curve or, you know, whatever. It all is good. So peaceful, I'm going to go back to my word peaceful over here and find the center. Count the letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 letters, so the middle is right between the C and the E, right here. So I'm gonna mark my middle, just I eyeball everything, okay? And then start sketching from the middle both ways. So the first letter, oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. It's just something that I cannot control. So letter C goes here. Just sketch it out. A, E, P. And if it's hard to just eyeball to fit all the letters, like I have 4 letters, right? So you can just break this last part into 4 to help you figure out where the letters are going, right? And so then that's going to be the E, the F, the U, and the L. So there's my peaceful life. I decided to make it cursive. So I'm just going to try and see. I very often with cursive, I have to erase and go again. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it doesn't go where I want it to go. Yeah, that's too far. Hold on. Because I want that right in the middle. Right? So I'm going to bring this closer, closer. Then F goes all the way up and then down, and then E goes like that. And then I go back and try to kind of figure out my letters where I want them. Yeah, maybe like that. Why not? Peaceful life is the. So is that is like it's like. It's important to have for a sentence, but it's not an important part of the sentence. Does it make sense? So they can be, those letters can be rather small. So I am going to actually cut this in half. Okay. And then is going to go here. And that is going to go over here, is the. And what it allows me to do, it allows me to make the word way much bigger. Okay, I hope you got that. I hope you saw what happened. Way, the middle is the A. So A goes right here in the middle. There is your A. W is right here. And your Y is right there. Please excuse me. I'm going to turn off the microphone for just a minute. All right, I'm back. I apologize for that, but like my nose is just awful. It is just awful. Hold on. I just had. Okay. So at this point, I go back to my letters and I decide if I'm happy with how thick they are, how narrow, how fat, how tall, like all the placement. If I like the letters themselves, because sometimes I would change the letter. Like all of these things, this is the time to do that. I feel like my life word is a little bit off the center. So I think I will just see, and I'm not erasing anything. I'm just bringing the L and the I closer and then move the F a little bit over and then the E. So I just play with these. Don't push on the pencil too hard. Just kind of bring that over. And that looks better. Okay? So I kind of like this. And at this point, for my illustration, I take micron number 02. Can you see it? Can you see it? There is a shadow. No, you can't. There, 02. So that's a micron number 2. And I'm just gonna do like sketching lines with a micron pen. Here's my road. Go over my sun. And just add the clouds. Excuse me. For my lettering, I know that I will always change it to like more thick lines already. I know it for a fact, okay? So I start with 8. If you're with number 8 on my micron, if you are not comfortable with that, so that's number 8, start with the number 2. You can always make it thicker, right, and bigger, but you cannot make it smaller. So start with number 2 and see how it goes. So I'm just going to use my marker and create my, just trace over my letters, not overthinking this. This is an art journal, right? It doesn't matter. Yes, it's Gratitude Art Journal. It does not need to be perfect. So I am absolutely, yes, I am absolutely so grateful for the peace in my life, because I cannot do it the other way around. Like I physically suffer when there is a lot of drama around and, you know, stuff like that. So I am absolutely grateful. Okay, so for the word way, I think I'm now decided that I want to make it wide letters. So I'm just gonna add more like this. And then like that. So it's just something that is easier. It's easier to do excuse me, easier to do with a pencil, and then trace. Always check the number of the marker you picked up, because sometimes you'll pick up the wrong marker. Okay. There we are. So at this point, we're pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So I'm going to grab my number 2 micron back and do a little frame around so that just I don't forget, because once I erase it, I'll forget. There's lots of ways to do it. With like, here's the easiest way. You just add a squiggly, wiggly line all the way on the perimeter. Like, don't worry about it, just add it. Just kind of shake your hand a little bit as you move. Okay, and so you'll get this one line, and then you do it one more time, not matching the line. So it becomes this kind of messy, kind of very messy looking frame, but it's still a frame. Okay, there we are. We have a frame. You know what? I'm gonna do the sun rays. I kind of think that they would look good here. 3, maybe that one and that one here. Okay, and whoops, fluffy clouds, don't forget. And the road has to have horizontal lines like this. It just has to. I don't know. Don't ask me why. It just has to. Okay, so any white eraser would do. Just erase your pencil. Okay. Clean this up. Okay. So I like to erase twice because sometimes, like, it seems like you picked up everything, but you really didn't. So at this point, you can just leave this like that, or you can work on it some more. I'm going to work on it a little bit more. Okay, here's my, get rid of my eraser chunks. So I'm going to go to my super fat micron, which is number 12, right here. And I'm going to go into and add some life fatness, so to speak, to the word life. Yes, definitely. So all the way from the beginning, this whole word becomes big. And it will stand out. Okay, next thing, I want to make it faux calligraphy, which means false calligraphy, like, you know, not real calligraphy. And I just am going to make some parts of letters look bigger, like this. And then maybe go down. And there. And of course, I need the dot over the I. Yeah, looks good, right? And then I think I would like to add something to the word peaceful, to the letters, okay? So the easiest is to just put like circles. I forgot what that's called. It has a name. I don't remember. But you can just add little circles. Make sure to allow your ink to dry. I kind of got excited and I think I smudged a little bit, but that's not a big deal. So you can add those dots wherever you want. I think I like them here. So that's how I'm going to do it. I think it added something to the word. Yeah, stands out a little bit better. I like that. And for the word way, we can add something here in the letters. I just want to add something super simple and really not up to anything complicated right now. So I'm just gonna add like halfway, hatching halfway, like this. And then on here, I'm just gonna add some dots going down. It's very intuitive here for me. I don't know why I added dots. I just wanted them, so I just put them down. Now that I look back, I know why I added dots, because I had dots up here, so it makes sense to have, like, to repeat this kind of thing. Okay, so that's the like stage number 2, where you can just stop and not do anything, or you can pick up some watercolors and you know, whatever your preferred tool is. I'll just use my watercolor pen because it's so much easier than anything else, and just give it a little bit of color. Yeah, so let's see. I need a little bit of brown, so I'm going to pick a little bit of the thread. I don't want to go and look for brown. I'll just mix it right here with some green and make it like a brownish. That's good enough for the trail. So my kind of one of my main things here is to not overthink it. Don't overthink it. Add a little bit of red so that it's a little bit more brown. Just work it in. Clean the brush. I usually have a microfiber cloth with me to clean my brush. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, and then I kind of need to decide if I want, what kind of yellow I want for my sun. I think it makes sense to use this one. Seriously, do not overthink this. It's just a play, okay? Just play with this. Here's some yellow. Clean up. There's a big chance I'm gonna sneeze again. Okay, for the sky, I think I want to dilute a little bit. I have very bright color here for blue. I think it's too much, so I'm just gonna go in whatever's left over here and maybe pick a little bit more. Oh yeah, This is going to be beautiful. And I'm going to work around the clouds. I do not want to paint the clouds blue. Yeah, so I'm just going to work around in super quick motions. This is just a piece for an art journal, gratitude art journal. Not, again, right? I'm repeating myself, but like, don't get hung up on, oh, it needs to be perfect, you know? And then I'm thinking, you know what? I think I like this thought. I think I'm going to extend. I'm going to grab my number 2, if I find it here. And I'm going to extend the horizon line all the way down here. And I'm going to do and a little bit more of the sky going right through here, right on top of my letters, around the sun, all the way to the horizon line, all the way. Yeah, and my sky kind of got a little bit darker because I added a little bit of different colors. So I'm going to go back, pick up some more of that color, and like add some more to my sky. And just, oops, got distracted. It's okay. Because you see how the sun gets. Oh, well, not a big deal. And then I am going to clean my brush. And yeah, I'll probably just use this green right here. It's like olive green, I think. I don't remember. I haven't used this set. No, it's not. It's like forest green or something. It works. Works just fine. And I'm just gonna paint this, the ground, the field, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's peaceful. And that's how I want it. That's all that matters. It's peaceful, and that's what I'm grateful for. I am super grateful for it to be peaceful. I'm super grateful that I can be in the studio working on this stuff with you guys. And so there it is. This is it. This is pretty much it, right? Like, what else? Well, if you wanted something else, what you can do is you can grab your white Posca pen. Yeah, and this is dry. Make sure that your paper is dry already. And maybe add a highlight to your letters. I really like doing this way. You can do it whichever way you want. If you would like to add a highlight to your other letters, you can absolutely do that. Or you can add a highlight to the sun or to your road, whatever, right? So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna try and turn this up this way so you can see closer. There you go. Peaceful life is the way. Super grateful for my peaceful life. Thank you for joining me. Make sure that you don't forget to subscribe to the channel and invite your friends. Again, I apologize for the sound, for my voice, but it is what it is. And I will see you next Sunday. Bye.